Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rachakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And I wanted to do this lesson. I was just thinking about it, watching the different videos, and really the there's a lot of things happening around the world. Um, Real briefly, want to mention this as well. I saw that video that a brother had put up. I believe his channel is GMS Get This Work 2. But in the video is basically what looked like a drone ended up, being like, whether it was short circuited or, shot or whatever by an orb, right? This glowing orb, which, presented itself to look like a chariot. Because usually from afar, that's what the chariots look like, right? Like a bright ball of light, not really flashing per se, although they can do that. But yeah, there was definitely a clear distinction between a drone and, the chariot-like object that was in the air. And, I think that's also a part of all this that's going on, because I remember not too long ago they were saying there was a massive like uh, chariot sightings. They called it like orbs, hovering around. I think it was around the capital or so. And then not long, I think this is around Thanksgiving too. You started having this whole, um, a lot more attention started coming to like drones being in the skies, and this misinformation is it, you know, by the government? Is it not? All of this extra stuff going on. So there's definitely something going on, but um, the point of this lesson is, the Lord is cracking down, and what you're starting to see now is a lot of things are being revealed, and it's over or abundantly apparent and clear who who are truly serving Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai versus who are not, right? Who are serving those who are serving their belly. And the Most High is doing all of this so that when the time of judgment comes, there is no confusion, right? It's straight up obvious, all right, when certain individuals get judged, right? Or if certain individuals get destroyed, it's not, oh, wow, I didn't see that coming, or I wonder what led to that. Now, this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 18. And it said, and this is just getting straight to the point, and this is, I believe, from the chariot that Ezra saw in his vision. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. And that's what the Lord is doing now, right? He's been doing it. I mean, it started with waking us up, right? Starting with our elders and their elders. And now also, there's multiple signs of the Lord drawing nigh. The prophets being on the scene, 1 Corinthians 4 and 9, as well as the prophecies, right? The prophets and prophecies go hand in hand, so as well as the prophecies manifesting, and obviously Israel waking up to who they are. And verse 19, and will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. And we're pretty much right at the door of that. To be honest, if you survey the land, so to speak, there's a lot going on, right? There's a lot going on geopolitically. There's a lot going on internally. There's this, like Trump mentioned, Operation Warp Speed of almost like a revamping of at least America's financial system direction, with this huge adoption of crypto and Bitcoin and all of this. It's looking to be real interesting, but also interested to see what other advances are going to be introduced once the Trump administration officially comes in, right? And what that's going to look like. Because can't forget, you got Elon Musk over there appointed in a position of power as well. So we know that the MOTB is very, very close, and literally it's going to be like dropping a plate on the ground, because once it breaks, that's it. There's no going back. You don't get to piece it back together. You don't get to go back. That breaking point is literally, that's it. From then on, it's just everything else that comes after. You wait so long, so long, so long, so long, and then boom, suddenly it happens. Anyway, moving on. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 6. It says, "For wisdom is a loving spirit, and will not acquit a blasphemer for his words. For the Most High is witness of his reins," meaning your insides, the things that others don't see. And what that means is your thoughts, your imaginations, the things that you think inwardly. The Most High looks and sees all of that. So if you want to be fake or act a certain kind of way, and maybe you're good enough at it that others can't really tell or discern, but the Most High can. And a true beholder of his heart, meaning your mind, and a hearer of his tongue. See, so the Most High hears all of those. And I mean, who better than the ultimate judge himself? For the Spirit of the Lord filleth the world, and that which containeth all things, which is the Spirit of the Lord, hath knowledge of the voice. Therefore, he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid. And this is the main point that I wanted to address here. Not too long ago, right, there was this whole unity camp thing of like, I think you had like Sakari and the IUIC and and all these different, they're all bigging each other up and yada yada. Then all of a sudden things just start taking a turn. This one is saying this against this guy and this person about this person, and for years, right? The elders, the apostles, brothers been saying the Lord is going to start breaking up those groups, and lo and behold, the Lord is bringing all these things to light. And that's why the scriptures say the Most High is not mocked, because most of these individuals, these so-called leaders, they don't sincerely fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. They don't, they they use the fear of the Lord as an image, right? An outward image to give the appearance of godliness. But within, that's not the case. Okay. Then that's a very dangerous thing to do, right? And that's why the scriptures say the Most High is not mocked. So he's very patient, but then again, it's like a turn-based game, right? Okay, you go ahead and you disrespect the name of the Lord, right? You take the mercy and the grace of the Lord for granted. Cool, go ahead. But now it's my turn, basically, right? And at that point, there is going to be no escaping. So as it says here, he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid. Neither shall vengeance, when it punisheth, pass by him. Meaning that when the Lord brings that judgment, it's not gonna pass by you. Okay, it's gonna be coming straight for you, and the Lord is gonna do it openly to where we can all see what's going on. Okay, so what is meant by the Lord is cracking down is, and it's not just these various other groups. It's all of us. Okay. Remember, just like the Lord weeded the numbers with Gideon, down to the 300, the Lord is he's not filtering by group, right? He's filtering by individual. And that's what you always got to keep in mind, thinking, okay, say you're, all right, I'm a brother in Great Millstone, or I'm in this camp, or I'm in this camp, and, I'm in good standing, so I'm good, and I'm looking on the outside and I'm seeing these men, not using the name of the Lord, or doing these wild, superfluous things that are not needful. But I know that I'm not, well, I ain't even gonna say me. said individual knows that they're lacking in themselves, but they think that just because they're in a group that's in good standing, they're going to be okay. No, because just as swiftly as the Lord can expose and bring judgment upon the group that you're looking at, he can bring it upon you specifically for saying, oh, well, I got them because they were being wicked. But guess what? You were being lukewarm. So now you got to go. See, so that's why I said the Lord is not filtering by groups. He's filtering by individuals, and that's you got to keep that in mind. As the scriptures say, um, seek out your own salvation with fear and with trembling, because we're very, very, very close. We're very, very close. And at this point, everything has to be airtight. That's when the Lord said, hold that fast which thou hast, right? Holding it fast, meaning that you holding it, you're securing it, you're locking it down. Verse 9, for inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly, and the sound of his words shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds. And that's the thing. We're men, but even we can see the wickedness in other men. So how much more for the Lord? And he's going to expose it all, But hey, just like the angel also told Ezra, focus on how the righteous shall be saved and delivered. That's our number one top of mind. How can we be delivered? How can we remain diligent and continue to serve the Lord? Because we want to be on that chariot. We want to be, blessed with spiritual power, right? We want to be fed during the famines. We want to be protected and not have to witness our loved ones, endure some wild, crazy things in these times, right? So we do everything it takes to serve the Lord, because if you're of the elect, then it's a win-win for you. If you're not, then it's not so much of a win for you. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 126. It is time for thee, Yahweh, to work, for they have made void thy law. And that's what we're seeing now, exactly, right? Not only is it this world that has made void the law of the Lord, to where everything is so backwards that it's like scary how normal that it's become, right? That, yeah, it's crazy. But you also have Israelites that have made void the law of the Lord. They've thrown away the the reverence, right, that comes with that, because it's not just about the laws of the Lord. And really, in actuality, there really doesn't even need to be scientific explanations or justifications for upholding these laws, right, or following the ways of the Lord. It should be as simple as, if the Lord said it, then don't do it, right? If the Lord said do it, then do it. If you truly have the fear of the Lord, then that's really all it should take. But it says it's time for the Lord to work, because when they make void the law of the Lord, when they, as it says in Wisdom of Solomon, would not believe that he is of a full power, then he showeth his strength, right? And so that's what the Lord is getting ready to do. And it's very close. This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And that's what we're seeing now. We're seeing the highest, the most high, right? Via his angels, via the signs, via the prophecies, visit the world which he made. Okay, and it's not going to be with peace and joy and love. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, as we're seeing now, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And we've understood that, right? So now we're just watching for what's coming next. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works, and endings in signs and effects, or in effects and signs. And that's what we're seeing. When you look up and you're hearing or seeing videos about giant orbs, and they're forming different shapes and they're shooting down drones, and now people are speculating that it's the government is sending up the drones because of the orbs, right? Which are, likely chariots. So it's just interesting because these are all part of the signs and effects, but we know that it's going to turn up and intensify all the more. So we're definitely living in some interesting times, man. But, it's only going to get more interesting from here pertaining to Daniel 12, right? Jeremiah 30 and 7, and so on and so forth. So the overall message here is for those that are serving the Lord and doing what is required of you, continue to do so because we're almost done. Like we're almost out of here. We just got to hang on. See, we're giving our diligence now, but guess what? Even ultimately in the hour of temptation, it won't be us, right? That's why Revelation 3 and 10 starts with, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. So by giving your all now, the Lord will, hold you down quite literally if he has to, um, during the hour of temptation so that you don't give in, you know. So, Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach HaKodesh. And until next time, Shalom.